Eastern PA, the 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchett here with your outlook for October 26th, 2017. For your Thursday, expecting partly cloudy skies for the most part. Could be partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon with just a stray shower for some areas. This is about a 20% chance of occurrence. The NAM is not very thrilled with that shower opportunity, but the global models are still showing these little light grays here. So it could be a pop-up shower this afternoon. This is just a weak secondary trough moving through as this system is now moving away from the region. So we allow for that today. Just don't be surprised if you do see a brief shower. It's not going to be a big deal either way, but that shower diminishes as we head toward the evening. And then we just turn overnight. We'll probably become either partly cloudy to mostly clear. And some areas in the interior that are mostly clear could see some patchy frost tonight. So just pay attention to any advisories that might. The advisories probably won't be issued just because once they issue the first frost advisories, they don't continue them again. But just be wary of that. Watch the temperature. If you have sensitive vegetation that will have to be covered, then you'll have to pay attention to the temperature and the low temperature forecast for your local area. Going further from this, Friday we're going to have high pressure off to our east. So that's going to allow our return flow around this high pressure to come in, winds to come in from the southwest. Now, I don't think it's going to get incredibly warm here on Friday. We're going to have temperatures creep up a little bit. Today's going to be very cool, and the core of the trough is over our region today. Once we hit Friday, though, it's going to be a different story. Winds coming from the southwest. You probably tack on about 5 degrees higher than what you saw on what you're going to see today to Friday's high temperatures, and then even more so on Saturday as this high pressure is still going to remain in control as we get to keep going in time to Saturday. It's going to be just to our east here, but there's going to be a combination of a southerly flow out ahead of this cold front and also the southerly flow around this high pressure. So we're going to be getting a double whammy here. So Saturday will be a very warm day. Many areas hit the 70-degree marker, come awfully close to it. Maybe low 70s down here in our southeastern regions, and that's going to be for Saturday. But will be mostly sunny. We think at least mostly sunny, partly to mostly sunny both days, both Friday and Saturday. If you want to pick the sunnier the 2 days, it'll probably be Friday, but that's kind of splitting hairs at this point. This next system here, wrapping up in the Great Lakes, just looks like an ordinary cold front moving toward us, but there's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go through a different vantage point so we can understand what the origins of this is. There's a piece of energy that's down here south of, it's down here in the Caribbean, Western Caribbean, and you have starting off here on, this is looking at Friday now, Friday morning, you're going to have an old frontal boundary that's sitting right here. Energy is going to come in from the south in the next couple of frames. It's going to form right along the tail end of this boundary here, right over Cuba or southern Florida, and make its way northward. At least that's the projection here. As this high moves eastward, you start seeing the boundary is still here. So it's forming along the boundary. This is going to be a subtropical system by definition because that boundary is still there and where it's forming on the tail end of that boundary. You can see the rain coming up associated with this. This is still a closed low moving northward, and you can see that east of Florida here overnight Saturday night. In the meantime, our front is moving into our area we're up off the map here, but the cold front that's going to be picking this thing up and interacting with it is going to be moving northward toward the Carolinas at this point. So as it does so and it starts to interact with the frontal boundary, you're going to have some phasing going on at some point, and as it comes up the coast in the next couple frames after this, go back to our area now, it's going to interact. It's going to just enter our picture right here. Okay, so you get the rain coming in Sunday morning already. And then during the course of the afternoon, it could get a little bit heavier with the actual front. The problem is, you still have this system here that's going to be moving along that frontal boundary. It's going to be interacting with it. So you have the potential for some heavy rain from Sunday afternoon, at some point Sunday afternoon, straight through the overnight period. Okay. And then some leftover showers on Monday morning. This could be a very heavy rainmaker. Some models are suggesting some very high amounts. I would say a conservative estimate right now is 1 to 2 inches, but some models are putting out amounts over 3 inches over a wide area. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this. In addition to this system putting out some high rain amounts, would also be some very gusty winds. You can see this tight gradient here as it's moving to the north. And when it's over us, so we have some winds that are coming in later Sunday night, and at least the first part of Monday that will be sustained 20 to 30 with gust 40, maybe 50 miles an hour, maybe even 60 miles an hour next to the coast, if this is even halfway correct. So we're going to keep an eye on this. This is a powerful system. Again, it's a subtropical system, not truly tropical. It might be. We'll see. But either way, it's going to merge with this front and become extra tropical, and then it may phase with it, which is leading to this solution with the very high amounts. Again, conservatively, we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain. It could be a lot more than that, but it does not look like Sunday and Sunday night is going to be a fun time around here in our area. And then once the system pulls away here on Monday, the winds later on Monday will relax a little bit. Still breezy early on, maybe some leftover showers, and then partial clearing later in the day. We are going to get turned sharply cooler Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday yet. Here's a look at Tuesday, still very cool across our region. We're going to have this trough that's coming in is going to be even cooler than the one we just are experiencing right now today. So we'll probably have temperatures, instead of just being upper 50s and near 60, you're probably talking about lower 50s to mid 50s for this one. So it's a little bit more impressive of a trough. And then by the time we get to Wednesday, winds are going to start shifting to the southwest again, and you're going to warm up a little bit, but I think you're still going to be probably around 60 or so for a high across the region. Maybe not quite as high in the interior, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The big story, of course, is this system here this weekend. We're going to keep a close eye on. Again, the timeline for this right now starts raining Monday morning, gets heavy in the afternoon and overnight period, and there's a potential there for at least 1 to 2 inches of rain area-wide. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for October 26, 2017. Have a great Thursday.